Welcome back to Simply Fujica, a place for budding and aspiring entrepreneurs. If you don't know who I am and this is the first time you're checking out this channel, my name is Fujica and I help people grow and establish their non-medical home care agencies. If at the end of this video, you definitely enjoyed this content and you think you might come on back for more, please don't hesitate to like the video and share this information with other people who may benefit from this content. Today, I want to break down some of the Medicaid updates that we are going to be seeing in the year 2026. We're going to talk about what those updates are and what that means to you as non-medical home care agency owners. We're going to talk about referrals, partnerships, and practical next steps so that you can position your agency to grow. So if that's something that you're interested in, and I truly hope that it is, then stay tuned. So what are Medicare's big themes this year? Medicare Advantage changes and growth, new prior authorizations, interoperability rules, continued emphasis on supplemental benefits that can fund non-medical support. But there's also telehealth, virtual care permanence, and some payment and policy changes. I'll try to give an overview of each topic that I just listed and give some critical key steps for your agency. Let's kick this off to why this is important to some of you. Even though original Medicare rarely pays for non-medical support, Medicare Advantage plan increasingly funds non-medical home care agency support. This is meals, this is in-home support, this is transportation, this is us. This is where home care agencies come in. This is our business. So this is an opportunity for us not only to gain referrals, but to increase our contracts. So let's transition over to the Medicare landscape. So MA enrollment has been growing for years and remains a major referral source. Roughly 1/2 of beneficiaries are in MA plans. This market share continues to shape how care is delivered. Why this matters? Well, MA plans control supplemental benefits and networks. If your agency isn't visible to MA plan managers or local plan partners, you can miss program dollars for in-home support. Medicare Advantage is where non-medical supplemental dollars live. So think like a vendor to Medicare Advantage, not like a Medicare biller. Let's talk quickly about special supplemental benefits for the chronically ill. MA plans can offer special supplemental benefits for the ill and other supplemental benefits that are primarily health related. Examples commonly used include in-home support services, meal preparations, non-medical transportation, and caregiver support. Many plans expanded these options in recent years. Agencies can contract Medicare Advantage to deliver these services or become recognized providers for plan directories. Some plans use vouchers, debit cards, or direct vendor networks to pay for services. So these are quick action steps that you can quickly implement to make sure that you are ready to provide these types of services. One is audit your services list. Highlight items that match the special supplemental benefits for the chronically ill. This would include meal prep, in-home support, caregiver respite, etc. Develop a short capabilities packet. Usually this is a one-pager that describes your eligibility criteria, who you can support, and outcome measures. Some example of outcomes are fall reduction, medication adherence, etc. Reach out to local plan provider relations and SSBCI program managers in your region. Let's switch over to prior authorization, interoperability, and administrative changes. CMS finalized an interoperability and prior authorization rule with key provisions that affects how payers and providers exchange authorization data and how prior decisions are submitted. Many provisions take effect in 2026, with some API timelines stretching into 2027. This is important because MA plans and other payers are being pushed to make prior authorization processes more transparent and digital. So this is important to you because this means faster digital prior authorization and better data exchange, which can reduce delays for medically driven referrals and make it clearer which services are covered as supplemental benefits. Document everything and ask referring clinicians to include reason code and care plans in electronic referrals. That speeds approval. Let's now talk about home health payment trends. CMS proposed implemented policies for calendar year 2026 that could lower aggregate Medicare payments to home health agencies compared to 2025. CMS estimated a possible decrease in payments in rulemaking earlier in the year. This can pressure home health providers to tighten networks and affect referral patterns to non-medical agencies. So the takeaway from that information is, as home health agencies react to payment pressure, some may increase referrals to non-medical home care agencies for service outside of Medicare coverage. That's an opening for you if you proactively market and document value. Let's talk about telehealth and virtual services. CMS and HHS have been formalizing telehealth flexibilities. Some behavioral health telehealth flexibilities are permanent, and audio-only options remain in place for certain services. Legislation and continuing guidance can extend other flexibilities into 2026. This influences how agencies can support telehealth-enabled care. So this is remote check-ins, caregiver tech support. You can offer a telehealth support add-on staff who helps to join telehealth visits, document visits or observations, and summarizes the visit. So let's talk about cost changes that beneficiaries will notice. Part D cap and benefits. For 2026, the Medicare and You Handbook lists the Part D out-of-pocket drug cap and beneficiary cost changes that matter to clients. For example, the Part D out-of-pocket cap figure is published in the Medicare Handbook. These cost shifts affect seniors' budgets and their willingness to pay privately for non-medical supports. You want to encourage your families to ask about Medicare Advantage supplemental benefits and the plan handbook. Sometimes services are covered in there that they're not even aware of. I'm going to wrap today's video with some concrete tips to grow your referrals and revenue. Number one, map MA plans in your service area. So you want to find plan names, local plan reps, and SSBCI offerings. Most Medicare Advantage plans have a provider relations line. Use CMS's MA Plan Finder and plan directories. Number two, create an MA-friendly service packet. Maybe this is a short one-page description, outcomes you measure, compliance and training credentials. Think sample service agreement. The third item here is track outcomes and collect data. So MA plans want evidence of improved function, reduced ED visits, or fewer readmissions. Start tracking simple metrics. So number of falls avoided, hospital readmissions averted, what medication adherence checks you have. You want to use this in your proposals. Number four is to integrate digital referral workflow. So ask referral sources to use secure messaging or attachments. Prepare brief electronic intake forms that attach to clinician referrals to accelerate prior authorizations. Prior authorization interoperability changes increase the value of clean digital referrals. Number five, offer telehealth support. So market as caregiver tech support for clinicians. Build as a value add when negotiating with plans. Six, stay compliant and document carefully. Supplemental benefit rules are strict. Benefits must be primarily health related and targeted appropriately. Make sure contracts and documentation reflect eligibility rules. So I want to just wrap this up with Medicare Advantage either is super important to your agency or really not important at all. If I've kept you this far in the video, you're probably one of the agencies that really benefit from clients who have this Medicare Advantage. So I want to share with you a couple of things. About half of Medicare beneficiaries are enrolled in Medicare Advantage. This is a major referral channel. CMS projected that MA enrollment and plan behavior can shift year to year, but Medicare Advantage remains a dominant force in Medicare. So I want to thank you for watching this video. If you haven't already, make sure that you like the video. But if you are a non-medical home care agency owner, you may be thinking, wow, this is so much information. Where do I start? Well, let me encourage you by suggesting this. Start with one small step this week. Pick the 2 MA plans in your county. Find their provider relations contact and email a one-page capabilities packet. Just what is your agency? What can you offer? And refer back to the beginning of my video if you need a little bit of help with this. Make a commitment, because the worst thing a person can tell you is no. But if a person actually does respond to you, make the most of that response. Remember, all of the fear is the first step. But once you take that first step, then you'll start to see that you can lean into the process. Okay, so I hope this has been super helpful for you. Please tell me if you've learned anything from this video. I'd love to see the comments below. That is all that I have for you all today. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so that you're notified each and every time I release a new video. Okay, that's all I have for you all today. Stay blessed.